Compressed air is very costly to run, not from a maintenance standpoint, sometimes not even from a purchase standpoint, but from an actual energy standpoint to run that air compressor, it is costly. If you don't have that system set up properly or inefficiently, you're costing money every day. You're essentially blowing hundreds of dollars out the door. The air end is the main component of the air compressor. If it's down, you have no air. Not all air end rebuilds are created equal, and you can't treat these rebuilds and repairs like a commodity. It's not as simple as going online, find an air end rebuild and sending it to the first guy that's on the internet. There are companies out there that tout air end rebuilding that do nothing more than replace gaskets and seals, and that's not an air end rebuild. An air end rebuild requires precision machining, expert operators, people with experience that know what they're looking at from a compressed air standpoint, but also know what they're looking at from a machining standpoint. We're compressed air experts, so we don't just look at the component, we look at the entire system. We actually do precision machining, grinding, metal spray, anything you need done to that internal component, and we do it with machinists that have 30, 40 years experience. There's not many compressed air distributors or people in the compressed air industry that have an 80,000 square foot machine shop backing them up. We've got less than 1% failure rates on our air end rebuilds, and we've been doing this 40 years. That's a great track record, a great history, and a great quality program to have in place. When we rebuild them, we know we're putting out a quality product. They do not fail, they do not come back, and they're in better condition than the OEM in a lot of cases. We've got 130 machines in stock usually at any one time available for rent, from 5 horsepower to 500 horsepower, dryers from the smallest dryer to 6,000 CFM. So any need you have for compressed air, vacuum, blowers, in terms of rental pieces of equipment we have. But we can also do a failure analysis, determine what caused it. So we do a very thorough inspection. There's about 30 points to our inspection. So we look at all components of the air end, the bearings, the journals, the end plates, the rotors. We look at any type of damage that may have been due to heat. We'll do an oil analysis on the fluid that's in the air end and send that out and have it tested. Many of our customers are on some type of a PM program with us, a maintenance program where we take a portion of the responsibility of the maintenance. Sometimes it's just a one-time visit, once a year visit. More often than not, it's a quarterly visit where we're in there about every 8 to 10 weeks, reviewing the compressed air operation, changing the components that the OEMs require us to change, and generally giving a very good, healthy inspection of your compressed air system.